Hello, and welcome to What Talking with Middle-Aged Adventure Walks. I'm Liesl,
I'm Jeffrey.
and today we are in
Campeche.
Campeche.
In the state of Campeche.
Campeche. San
Mexico.
Francisco de Campeche, actually.
San Francisco de Campeche.
Yeah, San Francisco de Campeche.
Which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun to think of it having a little San Francisco vibe.
Yeah, and across the street we are looking at a very cool mural, and there's this fountain show over there that we checked out, and it was a spurting good time.
Shout out to our friend who came up with that.
Oh my god, I don't know why I found it so funny, but I laughed my head off.
And that was the Caribbean we were looking at.
Yes, it was the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, and as you can see, it is a gray day today in Mexico, and it's a bit chilly for me. I have more clothes on than I normally wear, for sure.
Whereas I find it very pleasant, but again, it's, based on your own subjective feelings.
That's right.
I mean, it's we're wearing, you're not wearing a jacket. And
No.
You're wearing short sleeves.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you're wearing more clothes than you normally wear.
Yeah, totally. So that's the thing, but apparently we're having a bit of a cold front. So there you go. That happens in Mexico. They get cold fronts, which
Yeah.
could be a bummer if you were only here, if this was your only vacation time and you wanted heat. Then
So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about, our time in Campeche. We did one at the beginning when we were here. And then we're going to talk about our next plans because we're on a tour of the Yucatan Peninsula on the Tren Maya.
Yep.
And again, Tren Maya, every time I mention it, I feel obligated to say that you can check it out online, and there are mixed feelings about it, but it works for us.
Yep.
And we're in this weird park. We're not sure what it's called.
Yeah, we're not really sure, and it's a bunch of ramps. And so we thought this would be an interesting place to take you around and walk up and down and around all these ramps.
The first time we got here, we kind of found this place, and we thought about shooting this. This was about 2 weeks ago, so this is a highly anticipated walk.
That's right.
And mainly because we were looking at it being like, what is this? What is going on here? We love Mexico. We love the culture of Mexico. We love the people of Mexico.
Yes.
We find, though, that there's some interesting quirks often
Yes.
in Mexico. And this park is one of them. It's one of those things where they often build these projects and come up with these grand ideas,
Yeah.
especially modern things, that, like the fountain show, it was interesting.
Oh my gosh, it was
Across
just,
this
it
highway.
was so funny for some reason. It just made me laugh really hard. And on one hand, it was cool, right? Like fountain, water, spurting, lights. The song choices were bizarre that they chose.
And yeah, that was what I was gonna say. The sound choices were fascinating.
Yeah.
And
It's just like spurting water, really.
It kind of accompanied music, and some people in the online reviews are talking about it being like the Bellagio and stuff in Vegas and all that. And I mean, maybe I've never seen that before,
No.
but it was definitely an interesting choice of music. There was a lot of Tom Jones.
I was like, what is happening?
And so that's across the street, and then this is here, and they got a dog park.
Yeah,
Pretty-
really
that's the thing,
fancy dog park.
And well, that's it. And they end up putting a lot of money in these things, and they're all
Yeah.
quite fancy. There's like a Twister game over there. We'll probably walk by, and
Yeah.
there's a bit of a skate park thing. We
Yeah,
just walk by.
well, there's a couple skate park areas and kind of, here I'll pan down on these kind of picnic areas that they've
So
got
on one
going
hand, you're
on.
like, this is cool, and we're glad it's here. We always support walkable, pedestrian-friendly.
We love pedestrian-friendly
places where there aren't cars able to get at it, even though we're surrounded by the highway behind us.
Yeah.
And a massive parking lot on the other side.
Yeah.
And yet, at least they did do this, and at least there is a place where families can come down and have a picnic.
Yeah, and really these ramps, if you were a child running around, this would be amazing.
And that's what we figured maybe it's for, as much as anything is for kids to
But
tear
then
around.
we have not seen a child here.
Well, and that's part of why I want to shoot this and that's what we find. There's these big projects, and they come up with these things, and then you come to them, and nobody's at them.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's supposed to be a lot of people here with all the benches. Other areas don't have benches where they maybe could use more benches.
Yeah, that's very true.
And yet here, plenty of benches.
Plenty of benches.
No people.
No people.
A lot of garbage cans and things.
Yeah.
Like, they really thought it out.
They really did.
And so we talked about the pencil pushers before. No offense to men, I'm a man. But we often think it's men coming up with these things, and
Yeah.
they get these grandiose ideas, and
Yeah.
they have to spend a certain amount of money, so they come up with these things.
Yeah.
Like right across the way over there,
Yeah.
that building, for instance, that we're looking at, that looks, I think, like a modern Mayan UFO, maybe.
It looks like a spaceship, really.
And I think they're trying to get something, and it's the Legislative Palace, the Palacio Legislativo.
Yeah.
And yet, it seems weird, and there's no windows, and
Yeah, most of it's underground, actually.
And that other building that was shown a bit beside it was built in 1963. And Campeche, since we've been here, we've learned from the various maps. They got really cool maps, like 3D maps that you find, sculpted maps all over of the old walled city.
Yeah.
And we finally saw a photo that it was from the 1930s.
Right.
And this whole area was built in.
Yeah, this is all filled in, which is wild.
Used to be the ocean.
Wow.
And the water went right up to the Puerto del Mar at the walled city.
Yeah.
So that's just over here.
Yeah.
And so anything built in this side of the wall in the walled city seems to be more modern architecture, modern decisions.
Yeah.
And it's definitely more car-centric.
Yes.
And a lot, like that building there, 1960 style architecture.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like it doesn't have the same feel at all
No.
as the rest of the city, because if you go on the other side of the walled city, which isn't entirely walled anymore, it's more of a local area and more locals living there and tight streets and colorful colonial architecture.
Yeah.
But pretty well nothing like this. So this kind of has I've been calling it almost like a California vibe.
Yeah.
The San Francisco vibe to a certain extent.
There you can see the 1960s building, and you can see a couple of the spires of the church that are in the center of the walled city as well.
And so that's what we like about Campeche in a lot of ways, is it's quirky and there's a lot of different style architectures.
Yeah, we've had a really good time, and we've done a lot of walking here, given that their sidewalks are so bizarre and narrow.
Covered some serious ground.
Serious ground.
And yet there's certain areas like the Malecon, like the seawall there, that has massive sidewalks and has a bike path and a jogging path and a walking path that we walked on a previously on our talking.
Yes.
And other places, where you can really get going and really have a nice thing, like even on the 59th Street, which is the restaurant row, which we've got another walk coming out. It's pedestrian friendly and pretty well no cars for the most part.
Yeah.
And you can walk up in, and it's very lit up at night and everything. And
yeah, that's very fun.
we probably could have shot it at night one time.
It's not very middle-aged of us. We did shoot a sunset one night, though, so.
Yeah, we made that, and we did walk around.
The sunsets here are beautiful.
At night.
That's real.
It was beautiful at night.
Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody else, I would presume, has done it. So
I mean,
we'll have to watch
theirs. No one knows.
We'd rather shoot this weird park.
Yeah, totally. Talk to you while we show you all the ramps of this interesting ramp park.
And again, where are the ramps going?
Yeah,
what is the purpose of the ramps?
They're just ramping around.
How many different ramps are there?
There's definitely a few different ramps.
And so we like that you get the 60s architecture, you get the 80s stuff, there's a modern mall that we go to in our other one, there's all the colonial architecture, there's some Mayan culture here, there's Mayan archaeological museums inside the bastions, the baluartes.
Yeah, and I think just outside of town, fairly close, there are some ruins that if, people were staying here for a while, that they'd probably go check out.
And we've checked out other ruins along the way, so we've just been really enjoying. We actually call modern ruins. There's lots of places in Mexico these days, in Mexico, where they're not obviously Mayan ancient ruins, and yet they are ruins, and they were maybe built sometime, in the last 50 years, 60, 70 years.
Yeah, even 80 or 90 years, but it's just that they are now modern ruins.
And filled with trees and filled with vegetation.
Yeah.
And doesn't look like any plans to resuscitate them in any way.
Here's this skate bowl.
So it's a fascinating blend.
It really is.
Of all these different types of architecture.
It really is.
And a hodgepodge, and it's kind of awesome in a way, because you just don't really know what you're going to encounter at any corner.
And on one hand, we've been here for almost 2 weeks, which is kind of a long time in a way, but at the same time, we've enjoyed our stay here. And there seems to be this thing that we're finding when we travel, that the longer we stay in a place, the more sentimental we get about it, even though I feel very ready to move on to Merida. Yeah,
we were getting nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yesterday walking around.
We were.
We're like, I remember that. Remember we had a date there, and we went and had lunch there.
At the same time, I don't want to stay here really for that much longer, because it's great, but there's definitely the place that we're staying is a little sanctuary, but right outside the door is chaos. So
which is great. We're happy we stayed there. We could have had one by the mall that we almost chose to stay in, and that would have been too far out of town.
Yeah, way better to stay closer to the centro, for sure.
And yet, like Lisa was saying, it's fairly chaotic all around it, but then it's quite peaceful in there.
Yeah.
And
the market's great. There's lots of good food and all that kind of stuff.
And we've covered most of the city limits.
We've done a lot of walking.
Yeah, in the market, we covered all the market. We ate
Yep,
at the market.
we did.
We've pretty well ate at most of the places.
Yeah, we learned what trancas were.
They're a famous Yucatecan dish. They're basically
Basically
sandwiches.
a Subway sandwich. Not Subway, but sub
And yet
sandwich.
they really like them here. They have Subways too here.
Yeah, but they're delicious. We like the trancas.
Yeah, we're
We're
a big
glad
fan.
that we looked them up and have had them a few times.
And they're often with chicken and adobado, which is like a roasted thing, a marinated thing that they either roast or grill.
Yeah,
And they're really good. And
Yeah.
they give them pickled jalapenos and lots of different
Oh,
sauces.
very good.
Because the Mexicans love putting sauces on
And
things.
pickled onions.
Lisa's a big fan of sauce.
Oh yeah, saucy pickled onions, all the good stuff. Very
Whereas Zihuatanejo, where a lot of our videos are from, for instance, it's hard to even find like bread
Yeah.
to make sandwiches
Yeah.
with there.
good. Yeah, they do not have trancas there.
And again, to each their own, but we have really
Absolutely.
appreciated the trancas we've had here.
But then at the same time, I got enchiladas here one day, and they were not what I was expecting.
Yeah, they were more like a huarache or,
No, well, they were fried.
yeah.
They were like, and they just had a little bit of sauce on top. Like they're not what I think traditionally you would think of when you think of an enchilada.
So you can show the water again here and show that mural. So we've already kind of done a loop of the park,
Well, but now
like a half loop.
But now we're gonna go up this different
Yeah,
ramp.
exactly.
So
Now-
it's taking on. It's like leading us on a ramp, a thon.
So I think this is the intent. I think we're actually, the pencil pusher who designed this,
Yes.
I think this is what they had in mind,
We are
that people would want to
fulfilling.
walk around.
That's right.
And so we were doing
Just
it. We were
getting our steps
fulfilling
in. Yeah.
the mandate of the architecture.
That's right. Of the ramp park. Totally.
And so, yeah, I think 2 weeks, like some people would say that's too much. Like we met a guy when we first in Merida where we're going next. I called him Padre Yucatan because he was talking up the state of Yucatan and how amazing it was. And
Yeah.
as soon as Liesl mentioned that we were going to Campeche, he was like,
Campeche.
And it sounds like there's an ancient rivalry and a modern rivalry between the state of Yucatan and Merida,
Yep.
its capital,
Yeah.
and Campeche and San Francisco to Campeche, its capital.
Same time, you just read that article today about how people, snowbirds, this is where they're coming to, which I found very curious.
Yeah, of all the places that the Ontarians came to in this article, it happened to
Yeah.
be Campeche, and they had a photo of them with the church that we shoot the cathedral.
Yeah, and I think they even bought a place and stuff, which there is a lot for sale here.
A lot.
And it's all that like colonial, where it's got the facade and then probably a very nice courtyard in the center that you could have a pool and high ceilings. Like it's very interesting, but I don't know. It just seems like kind of an odd place to choose to come in Mexico.
And yet, they
don't
talked
know.
about it in the article, and people like our host told us about it, that it's one of the safest places in the entire República de Mexico.
Right.
And they said that in the article that they used to go to Florida and they'd have a gated community that they lived in. And then they'd go to the
Right.
grocery store and they'd know every single, that was the only place they went to. Was the only,
Right.
when otherwise they were just in their gated village.
Right.
And they knew exactly where the exits were in the store.
Yeah.
And you can imagine then why they were doing that. And so they were addressing that, how people in Canada ask them all the time, is it safe in Mexico? Is it safe? Is it safe?
Right.
And we're like, especially in a place like Campeche and supposedly Merida, that it's pretty safe, really. Like we
Yeah.
feel very comfortable
We do.
walking around, and
We do.
people are very pleasant and nice, and they pretty
Yeah.
well just let you go about your day.
Yeah, I would say so.
And it's always good to get a buenas tardes from the abuelas
Yeah.
around town. That's kind of a thing I do to try to get good vibes.
Buenas on this.
Is if you see certain ones, you're pretty excited to get that positive vibration. And often they have a look, and this is for anybody traveling to Mexico, they have a look, of like very serious. And as touristas walking by of Caucasian nature, they definitely seem like they're expecting us to be like a lot of the tourists are that we see here, which
okay,
are very
we don't
serious.
I know, Syriangos. We call them
Syriangos, we call them.
Syriangos.
Yeah.
Because they're just like so serious.
And they're all like, oh, business.
Well, it's like, I'm traveling, and I don't know if it's a mix of fear or what's going on, but it's like this whole thing of like, I'm traveling.
Having to do the checklist of visiting all the ruins. and-
Yeah, I'm doing all the things, and I'm very serious about my traveling, and it's kind of hilarious. Like, it makes me laugh, and I don't know what's going on with it, but they're such Syriangos.
So it seems like a lot of the locals expect that. We find this in Mexico in general. And yet, then if you do give a buenas tardes and a nice smile and stuff, it's amazing when their faces light up.
Yeah.
And they're quite surprised, it often seems.
Yeah.
They're even willing to do the thing, because that's a customary greeting and often something that, people do to each other here.
Yeah, they're very friendly. I very often am walking around with a really big smile plastered onto my face. I can't help it. I'm just happy to be a person and happy to be doing what we're doing and feel very privileged and grateful for it all. So, yeah, a big smile plastered on my face. I don't think I look like a Syriango.
Now we're going on ground level.
Yes,
And there's, I think it's a science center. We did some research.
Yeah.
It never seems to be open.
No.
And it's got chains on it right now.
Yeah, and you can see the twister.
Yeah, there's a twister game.
And you might be able to see us in the reflection.
And there's a jaguar in there.
Hello.
Oh, that's how you find out what we look like.
I know. Did I get us?
As
Maybe
if you're really
briefly.
paying attention.
Yeah, look, there's the twister game. You know, if you're ever just looking for some public twister, which why not?
Which I've never seen before.
No.
It's pretty impressive. And
Yeah,
again,
let's
somebody in the pencil pusher was like, you know what we need? Outdoor twister.
Outdoor twister, everybody.
Right by the skate park, right by the ramps.
Yeah, right by the ramps. It's going to be amazing.
And again, you know, walking around just getting these nice plants and everything, like for all those people who are back in Canada right now, it's just so nice to have these tropical plants.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have sleeves on, I have shorts on.
Yeah,
so
no,
even though it's not the
it
most
so
beautiful day,
is.
it is beautiful.
It is. Well, I mean, it is still actually warm. It's just...
And when we go to Zihuatanejo, which Liesl still misses, shout out to our friends in Zihuatanejo.
do.
It's pretty well always 30 in the day, sunny.
Beautiful.
You're kind of shocked if there's clouds of some type. And in the Yucatan, it's a little different.
Yeah, the weather is way more variable in the Yucatan, which is always interesting that, you know, along the Riviera Maya, that's where a lot of people go, and it can be windy and stormy, and the weather can blow through really fast.
Which is why we recommend Ziwa if you're going for good weather and you have 2 weeks and you're like, I just want to have
man.
beach weather the whole time.
Absolutely.
Like, this time of year in Zihuatanejo, in Guerrero, on the other side of the Pacific, it's pretty well guaranteed.
Gorgeous. Yeah, and if you don't know what it's like there, well, we got a lot of walking videos that you can check out.
Check them out, Middle Age Adventure Walks.
That's right.
Because normally we don't talk, and previously we haven't. This is a new thing we decided in season 3.
Yeah.
Start doing some talking.
Yeah, a little bit of talking.
There's
Look
a
at that
dog park, by the way, but as you can
that
see,
is like fancy, that dog
no
park.
dogs. I think they should let kids run around in there.
I mean,
I think the kids would have more fun in the dog park
I
than
think
the actual
they might,
park.
actually. Yeah. One time we did see one dog in there, but it was just hanging out beside its owner. So
You can see a lot of traffic. Like, there's a lot of cars in Campeche. It's definitely, that's kind of the California thing. There's definitely a car culture here.
Yeah, you can see part of the wall over there.
And again,
So
it's
that's
not
kinda
fully
fun.
fortified. It's only a bit fortified right now.
Yeah, and these We're Talking videos are further ahead in timeline than what we have coming out currently.
Yeah.
So I think by the time this is coming out, maybe we'll be in Bacalar.
And we have a Playa del Carmen video coming out tomorrow. And we just recently, so we're still in Playa del Carmen according to our videos.
But then we have
Our longer
another,
videos.
I believe, We're Talking before this one's even coming out. I don't know, it all gets very confusing. The whole thing is middle-aged.
No, our next one is Campeche.
Campeche.
And it's the one where we walk on the waterfront.
Ooh, the waterfront.
That's going to be out.
Where it has arty focus.
What day is it even?
Let's just
It's
say
Tuesday?
the focus got arty.
Well, that's
in
going to
that
be out.
one.
That's going to be out in 2 days.
Oh, there you go.
So,
but
yeah.
by the time they're listening to this, it's already out.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Because
what
this
I mean.
one will be the week after that.
Yeah, but we're just middle aged.
Well,
with
so
our
you've
brains
already
that are
watched this.
talking.
You've already watched that one then, where we walk on the waterfront.
No.
And we basically go to the mall.
Oh yeah, they have now.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Oh my
Jumping
God.
in time.
Oh,
Time
timeline,
traveling.
Time traveling.
And so,
timeline.
in terms of time traveling, yeah, we're going to get a time travel device tomorrow, the Train Maya.
We are taking the train Maya.
And in the one that you're going to watch on Thursday that you've already listened to, we have again, talk about the quirky Tren Ligero that is actually a bus, so we've been calling it a truss.
Yes.
And we were going to take it back to the station,
Yes.
but as we found out already coming here, it takes 55 minutes.
55 minutes,
Maybe
and yes,
more
it's
like an
only
hour.
60 pesos, so that's great, but it takes like basically an hour, and it doesn't go that often. So in order to like catch our train
Yeah,
and
tomorrow.
take it, that looks like they put climbing things, like a climbing wall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what fun.
Like just to make sure that we would catch our train, we kind of have to leave early. It was a whole thing, and then we checked in on the taxis, and they're like maybe 190 pesos, so we're gonna do that instead.
And it takes about 10 minutes or so, it seemed,
Yeah.
versus an hour.
Yeah.
And so, in other words, the long and the short of it is we would have had to leave, we would have had to be down here where you catch the truss, the Tren Ligero, the light train that is not a train, it's a bus.
The trust, therefore, we like portmanteaus, so. this
Again,
is
it
our
has
deal.
wheels and it has no rails, and they call it a train.
Yeah.
And we would have had to be down here about 10, and then we would have been out at the Tren Maya station, which is not way outside of town. It's only like a 10-minute drive.
But it felt way outside because it took so long when we took the truss in.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it goes by the airport and everything, and it is great. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad it's here. I don't think they should not have it.
No, for sure.
And yet, yeah, we would have had to be out at the Maya train about 11, and then our train doesn't go out till 2:30 or something, or I can't remember exactly.
I think 1:30.
And so we would have been out like that's it. We would have arrived at 12:50
Yeah.
if we took the later train.
Yeah.
And so that's only 40 minutes beforehand, and they say you should get out there 30 minutes beforehand to the trains.
Yeah.
Some people arrive closer to that, it seems, but
Yeah.
if we were out there then, I think both of us realized that we'd be sitting on the truss, the train that is a bus. And we'd be kind of sweating it out, just being like, I don't know, is this thing going to go faster? And it often sits at stations and hangs out for a while. And
Yeah.
we just kind of realized it was like, you know what, we don't really want to miss
We don't want to miss
our Maya train that
No,
we already have
don't.
tickets for
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Merida,
Exactly.
which is about 2 hours and 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we just decided to get a taxi.
We did.
Because
It's
then we
just
just
gonna
walk
be
outside our
easier.
place.
Yeah.
We would have had to walk almost half an hour with our luggage to get
Which
the
we
hour
do.
train.
Which we do.
Yeah, we've done like 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
But if you add up the walking time and the train time, it would
Yeah.
have been almost 2 hours
Yeah.
just getting to the train station that we could drive to in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And again, we prefer to take public transportation.
Yeah.
We'll take cabs every now and again.
Yeah.
And yet, when you look at 10 minutes and we can leave more like 12:30 from our place, and we can catch a cab right outside because we're right near Avenida de Gobernadores, where there seems to be a ton of cabs.
A lot of cabs.
A lot of cabs just
Yeah.
going all the time. A lot
Yeah.
of cabs in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are into taking taxis
Yeah.
or motorbikes,
They're there for you. Yeah.
This is the place.
We're looking at motorbikes right now. A lot of
so we've
motorbikes.
almost covered the park. I think we have this last little section
we got
here.
this last little section that we're going to go around.
And I think the architects of Pencil Pushers would be so happy with the
Right?
with the care and diligence that we've shown here.
I think they would
Showing
be
off their whole
too.
park.
Right.
Really respecting the original vision of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around again and show because on one hand it's really cool when you look at it, you know, but it's just what are you doing with those ramps? I
And
don't
how
know.
many people actually do that? Because again, we haven't seen anybody on those ramps.
No.
We've walked through here multiple times.
But again, if you were a child, you would run around those and it would be really fun.
And it's one of those things about the car culture where to connect here in the waterfront to over there, which is the best part of the city,
Yeah.
over by the 1960s architecture, you pretty well have to just walk through the parking lot. There's no
Yeah.
through walkway of any type.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to figure it out. And it seems like, again, the Pencil Pushers didn't necessarily get together
No.
and be like, hey, let's make this all, fluid so we can all flow. And
Yeah. They very often don't think of pedestrians first, which is unfortunate.
even though there are sections that seem to have a lot of pedestrian stuff, like this
Yeah.
one. It's like
Yeah.
the pedestrian stuff doesn't all connect sometimes.
And so this building is like a
Science center,
science center? Yeah.
think.
We think.
we don't know.
Something like that.
Because again, it's never been open and we've never seen anybody in
No.
here doing it.
Yeah. Oh, too bad these flowers. Oh, one of them's open. That's good.
And again, we love Campeche, we love Mexico, we love like being here. We're really privileged and thankful to be here. We're very grateful.
We are.
We've got our plane tickets to go back in mid-March.
We do.
And Merida is going to be our last stop,
Yeah.
our last stop.
And it feels a little bit early, mid-March, but at the same time, we definitely hit a point with the travel where it's like, I get tired of the Airbnbs, I get tired of booking things, I get tired of, I don't know, just the things. It's nice. We think about water and other things back in Canada, which are nice.
Like fresh water that we can drink right out of the
Yeah,
tap.
which is like,
Speaking of water, you sure we just don't want to take it like over there and then, see, this is weird how we got cut off, by the way.
I know.
I think we should
Well,
take it to the water.
You
let's,
think so?
Let's finish at the water.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're going to do it like 5 minutes.
Okay. We can do another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm picking up my pace then a little bit.
Yeah, there
We
you
gotta
go.
walk by these
Yeah, because
guys
we do
hanging
these
out.
slower pace.
Yeah. Hola,
Than we
buenas
normally do.
tardes. Hola. Maybe they work there, but the door was unlocked. That door was unlocked that time.
Oh, so we could actually go in maybe.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
We're not going to though.
No. Didn't say abierto or
And then we can go
anything.
along this little path here, which seems like an afterthought, and go over there. Just
Why?
trust me on this.
Just trust him on
Just
that,
trust me.
everybody.
This is fun because normally Liesl just mostly decides where we go. But when we do the talking, I get a little bit of say.
That's true.
I sometimes have to be, extra convincing.
It's true.
Oh, yeah,
Because I'm
look-
like, why?
Look, people are going
Oh
in
yeah,
and out of
people
there.
are going in and out.
So it might be open, the Science Center.
Yeah, they're doing things.
There's like a
Maybe
tour
these guys
maybe
are
even
like
or something.
scientists. doing
very
science
exciting.
things. Yeah, it's exciting.
Because I always like when we enter the water, you know, you get to see the ocean, and that's part of Campeche that is nice compared to Merida, for instance. We're going to be away from the ocean
Yeah,
for 6 weeks,
That's
and
true.
before we get back to Vancouver, which is obviously on the ocean.
yeah.
And we could go to Progreso, which is the place that Meridians and people who go to Merida go to the ocean.
And we did go there, and
Last
we
year.
have a lot of documentaries that you can check out
Great
from
Progreso
Progreso
videos.
if you're curious about it.
I feel like this is part of the park we had to finish too. Like,
Okay.
they wanted us to come look at the sign here,
Yeah,
this big Campeche sign.
they did. They really wanted that.
And so, you know, Campeche is similar to Merida in a lot of ways.
With the colonial architecture.
I've kind of been talking about it's kind of a combo of Chetumal, it's got a bit of Valladolid going on,
Mm-hmm.
which are all places we've got videos of.
Yeah.
And it is nice to have the sea breeze. Unfortunately, though, you can't swim here, and
No.
they say you can swim in Progreso, and we did see people swimming in Progreso.
But it was very wavy, and the water was really
It was all churned up post-hurricane.
turned. Yeah, so
It didn't look very swimmable.
it was windy. It was very windy there.
And then, oh yeah, we could show this. We didn't show it last
I
time, but
don't-
I don't know if
I-
Lisa's got time for that.
I mean, I just don't know. Okay, we're gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna show up.
Yeah, it might not show up.
Give it a go.
And you can go to beaches from here, from Campeche. And there are like numerous places, you can look at it on a map, where people go, and it does seem like it's nice. There's a highway going out of town, so there's the Ruta de las Playas. So it would be nice to go to. However, there's no train,
Yeah.
there's no light train or
No.
bus that's a train that goes there. It's just buses.
Yeah.
And it's about at least an hour, I think, to get to the first
At
town that has
least,
a good
yeah,
one. And
I
then
think so.
past that is Ciudad del Carmen
Yeah.
and Isla Aguada, and we've heard it's really nice there. And yet 2 hours on a bus, the same with Progreso, even, you know, doing the 40 minutes to Progreso from Merida.
Yeah.
For those of us middle-agers who, you know, travel on buses and things isn't the easiest.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, it's just ultimately we'd rather just stay in a town and do weird walks like this
Yeah.
that
Also,
don't involve public transport.
Our experience with the Gulf of Mexico is that it's pretty windy. These seaside places, they're more often than not, they can be windy.
And then not the most swimmable.
Yeah.
We spent time on the Isla Holbox, which is on the north tip of the
Oh my
Yucatan.
gosh, I love our Holbox documentaries. They're so great.
And yet we barely swam there. No, we didn't even swim.
No.
Other than the pool, which was actually pretty cold for
Yeah.
you and our son. I managed to swim, and I
Yeah.
remember some memorable swims with ospreys above me and things.
Yeah, so
If
now
we go now, then we'll
gotta
beat this white car.
Oh my god, we're gonna beat this white car?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
But here, this is the highway that we're on.
There you go. You guys could all feel that there was like a little jog going on there.
So again, for architecture, it's quite strange.
Yeah, it's busy, the highway. This is why we don't like crossing it.
Oh, I might have been on frame there.
No,
Hey, everybody, how's it
well,
going?
stay back. I'm focused on crossing this road that you wanted to go across. Oh, okay. Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna look back at the Ramble Park.
We could go over there to, there's actually a place we were supposed to cross, but here, I think if we go after, yeah, if we go after this motorbike,
Okay.
cop's not gonna run us over.
All right, I don't think so.
Let's do it.
Maybe. Okay. There we
Boom.
go. Boom shalaki.
And then here's the bike path. And then here's the jogging path.
And
and
the
then
big
there's the walking
statue.
path.
And
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
this is a better ending in my
I
opinion.
mean,
But it does kind of show again how the parks aren't necessarily connected. And to walk from here to downtown, you have to go across a couple of roads
yeah.
that are fairly significant. And Lisa doesn't love crossing those roads.
Well, I mean,
It's not
you
the
know.
most fun.
No, it's not fun.
So here we are.
Here we are.
And so our next we're talking about Merida.
Yes.
And again, that's our last stop on the tour. We have toured the entire Yucatan Peninsula at
we
that point.
have.
And then we're going to end up in Cancun, where we started. But we might not even go to the actual city downtown of Cancun.
No.
We've been there before.
Yeah,
we've shot some
we've
videos.
shot a couple videos that are not your typical Cancun.
Yeah, we've never made it to the
walking
beaches.
videos. No.
Liesl made it there when she was 19.
I did.
I've never been to that part, the famous hotel zone.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't make it everywhere.
No.
And
Even though those Syriangos, boy, they want to make it everywhere.
and we stay at a place right by the airport, right by the Maya train station.
Yeah.
So we're kind of there. We'll probably have 2 nights, and then we'll be flying home. So
Yeah.
There's an element of like I said, nostalgia to this, where it's like, wow, this is like our second to last stop.
Yeah, I know.
But it's very nice here. Oh, that is the Angel Maya, by the way. And it symbolizes the Mayan people. I think they're holding a mestizo child, which is like the Mexican natives who have Spanish backgrounds.
Okay.
And that's what it symbolizes, is that they're welcoming them. And
There you go.
so it's very profound.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I've got all the feelings which can happen when you're traveling. And by all the feelings, I mean, I'm excited to go further. I am nostalgic about leaving where we're at. I don't know, it's just a lot.
Well, we're gonna go have some hot chocolate probably at this really great Mayan hot chocolate
Some
place.
serious hot
And Lisa had the
chocolate.
Frappe,
I had the hot chocolate.
but she was envying my hot chocolate.
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
It was probably the best
My
thing of hot
frappe.
chocolate I've ever had. It had like rainbow bubbles in it when they served it and everything.
It was
So
wild, yeah. So yeah, if you have made it this far in our
Thanks
We're
for joining
Talking
us.
video, thank you so much for joining us. We know that there's a lot on the internet vying for your time these days, and we appreciate you spending it with us and being here and checking out what we're up to. And please give a like and a subscribe and all that jazz. And our walkumentaries, which are our walking documentaries,
We did one way in the distance there by the point.
we did.
Way in the
Those
distance.
come out on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and our We're Talking, which is Walking and Talking, comes out on Thursdays. And thank you. We appreciate you.
We have
checking
covered
it
some
out.
ground.
We have covered some ground.
Que te vaya bien.
Have a great rest of your day.
and that's where you say igualmente.
Oh, that's where I say.
No, the people.
People like with that's yeah. You can say que te va bien.
I could say que te va bien. That's right. Okay, let's end on the water here. Let's zen out on this water for a minute. Have a great day, everybody.